Hello. Okay, welcome to the creepiest real estate finds, Friday the 13th edition. I still need to do my intro. Don't forget, you can get a hold of me at getyourkeysfromkatie@gmail.com. Today, I got my information from these places: Messy Nessie, Cabinet of Curiosities, MSN, Reddit, a place called Structure Tech, and WILX10, which is in Lansing, Michigan. Pretty interesting. Okay, so welcome back, friends. Happy Friday the 13th. I love Friday the 13th. It's the perfect day to share one of the wildest, weirdest, creepiest home stories I've pretty much ever come across, okay? If you think your attic is spooky, well, wait until you hear what this one guy found, okay? In this story is wild. Grab your sage and your flashlight, because today we're talking about the man who found an entire abandoned house in his attic. You heard me right. An entire abandoned house. I hope you can hear me over that music. It's an entire abandoned house. Can you believe that? I realize you got to glare with my glasses, but I'm not that fancy to have some really cool glasses that don't have that, I guess. Okay, so this. Oh, okay. So this Reddit user, Mr. Griff, okay, he heads up to his attic one day and probably expecting the usual: some boxes, a few spiders, maybe some old holiday decorations. But what does he find? Oh, nothing. Just the rotting remains of a full-blown house hidden inside the attic. Windows, wallpaper, a bathroom, furniture, everything. It's sealed away inside what is now the attic space of a church. I'm going to show you some of these pictures. This is creepy. Oh, here, I'm going to show you my, watch this. Oh, that's my little thumbnail today. Okay, so check this out. Okay, what would you do if you walked up to your attic and you saw that? Are you kidding me right now? Wow. Okay, maybe I should do. Oh, there's that. The background's a little distracting, isn't it? I do this every time. Okay, hang on, and I'll get there. Maybe one of these days. Okay, I'll just switch to this right now. Okay, so check this out. Are you kidding me? Okay, and so like, have you ever gone? Okay, so have you ever gone to like an old abandoned house somewhere? Like I'm originally from North Dakota, and I grew up in New Mexico since I was 10, and then moved here to Arizona. But like, have you ever seen an abandoned house and gone in there? They look like this, and so like some of them from like my parents' time or grandparents' time. It's really creepy. I mean, what would you do? First of all, here's that first picture again. You just go up to your attic and there it is. Like who has an attic and who goes up there? Now, a lot of people in Arizona don't have attics. That's an interesting thing. So if you have a steep roof, you're more likely to have one, but it gets pretty hot in the attic in Arizona. Look at this. Look at this. It comes with, I mean, it's disgusting. So we're just going to briefly go through these and then I'll tell you the rest of the story. Ugh, toilet up there. So like, if there was people living there, so there's some rumors about things, but if there were people living there and stuff, how would you not hear the toilet flush? You know what I mean? So he goes up there and he finds this house. And so apparently it used to be a 2-story house. And instead of tearing it down when they built the church around it, they just built around it. So now sealed behind the walls and under the attic floor was this decaying structure just sitting there waiting to be discovered. Just sitting there. That's insane. I'm sorry. So, of course, there are some rumors of strange history that are tied to these kind of secret rooms. So even the concept of so-called disappointment rooms, and that was spaces used in the past to hide family members with disabilities away from public view. I mean, that is really creepy, okay? And I'm not saying this attic is haunted, but I am saying if there's an evil clown lurking up there, Mr. Griff better have a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so since it is Friday the 13th, I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to tell you some stories that came about during some sales of a house. Okay, so I'll share a few fun real estate nightmare stories. that have happened over the years. They're not actual hauntings, but weird, funny, and occasionally spooky stuff that's happened in homes. So here we go. Let's see what the first one is. Yeah, okay. Are you ready? See this? It's a taxidermy bear. So a buyer opened an old closet during a home tour and rolled out what rolled out but a full-size taxidermy bear. No warning, no explanation. What would you guys do if that happened to you? That would scare the crap out of me. So I have these made by ChatGPT, by the way. So they are just images that were created by ChatGPT. Okay. Okay, so a seller forgot to disclose that his basement was full. Now, all these are ChatGPT, like I said. His basement was previously used as a haunted house attraction. It was complete with fake skeletons, bloodstains, and a coffin still in the corner. So inspection day must have been fun on that one. Can you imagine? Okay, so the next one. All right, so ChatGPT picture again. One agent reported an entire room painted black with the pentagram in the middle and dozens of melted candles. The agent politely backed out and suggested the buyer move on. Ha, ha. I don't really think that you would have to move on. Okay, so here's the thing. Put a star in the comments if you would not buy this house because of that. That's kind of interesting to me. Okay. And so here's another one. There was also there was a real estate sale and there was a coffin in the basement, and that was another situation that they had haunted houses and stuff there. They would host that, and then it was still there. So that it was actually included in the estate sale. It was a coffin from the 1950s. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so here are some other spooky things and whatnot found in attics. Now imagine this. Okay. No, just no. What would you do? Okay, more dolls. What the what? Okay, this next one I looked it up because what is that, right? That looks weird. It looks kind of like a hummingbird feeder, but it's a red light bulb. And so red light bulbs outside have to do with Heart Awareness Month, Valentine's Day, support of firefighters, that kind of thing. But this is an old fire extinguisher, and they either called it a firebomb or a fire grenade. So it probably contains tetrachloride. So you have to be super, super careful and actually call the fire department to get it removed. And you do not want it to break. So if you go up in your attic, you go anywhere in your house, you see those, get rid of them safely. Okay. All right. Now this is just a funny found in an attic. it's a guy that did the installation, the install with foam, and then made this little sign, little guy or whatever, and put his card there. So this is a funny situation where if, you won't even know that's up there unless you go up there. And here, like I said, in Arizona, it's really not a lot of attics, but there's really, really small, like crawl spaces. So I guess he could put it up there, Okay, so it is time to share some funny memes for Friday the 13th. Okay, the first one is this one. My sister moved into a new house and found this in the wall of her basement. Now, I've heard stories of people that put the fake skeletons in their basement. Like, they're like, we renovated and we put the skeleton here. So that people, like, in the future from now, like 20 years from now or whatever, they want to renovate. They find that, and then they find a sign like, what's wrong? What was wrong with the way we decorated? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a fake skeleton, but still. And I'm going to end with this most amazing one because Jason is amazing, and this is so funny. I love it. Okay, so listen. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hang on. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Oh, hey guys, sending you some love on Friday the 13th. Spooky homes are real sometimes, yes. And Friday the 13th always makes me think of these crazy stories, but at least none of these buyers had an entire hidden house from the stories that I shared with you lurking in their attic. Or did they? Okay, so now I want to hear from you. What's the weirdest thing you've ever found in a home, whether you bought it, sold it, or you were just exploring, okay? Send me your stories, creepy, funny, or just plain bizarre, and I'll read my favorites in a future episode. You can DM me, or you can comment on today's comment on today's podcast. I swear, it's Friday, but it's like a Monday, right? And you can always email me at getyourkeysfromkatie@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok under the same name. Okay. So that's it for Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th spooky real estate special. Remember, the next time you hear a strange noise in your attic, maybe double check. There's not an entire house up there. Okay. Like and subscribe because it'll make you know who, Sitsquatch, very, very happy. Sitsquatch and his tiny hiney, very happy. Because he says, oh, he falls every time I do that. The journey begins with you, so be good to yourself. And I say, Horgan loves you, okay? I'll see you next week. Bye.